Hello everyone, welcome to Fiaura. So you guys have got doses of what? World of Warships, XCOM, World of Tanks, Armored Warfare. You got doses of everything this week. You even got a Blitzkrieg video. And it's only Thursday. Couple things before I start the review of the Centauro. First, I have a shitload of Chieftain Mark 6s. If you're watching this video and you would like one, show up to the live stream tomorrow. Here, I'll even, let's go into it. Let's go over to it. I'm even gonna show you guys. Just to show you guys. I want you to display capture. I want you to move that to bottom. So here we go. 3 p.m. EST. That's what? 2000 GMT. We're gonna start a World of Tanks live stream, and then this Saturday, this is normal live stream time, guys. We're gonna have a Armored Warfare Saturday, starting at 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, or roughly, I want to say 1800 or 6 p.m. GMT. So there you go. Show up. Come on down. That's all you gotta do. I'm just passing them out like candy. Just straight up. I want to go to display. In the meantime, let's get started with this. That's the Centauro 120. That's not the right Centauro, Fiaura. Get the right Centauro. There we go. Right Centauro out. The B1 Centauro with a 105 gun and ERA on the weirdest area of the side of the tank, and I'm guessing this ERA is just here to protect the crew, and that's it. Not that I blame them, but it just seems kind of odd. Even got some big ERA plates on the back here. These are actually ERA. This is not spaced armor. It's ERA. So, what's so special about this tank? Well, let me bring up my notes here, and we can find out. So the B1 Centauro is made by Italy. It was a wheeled tank destroyer, and it's been around since about 91. It was designed in 86, tested for 5 years, and then put into service in 91. There have been no new orders since 2006, so 9 years old. It does use a high pressure 105, by the way. There was a debate on live stream as to whether or not it was a high pressure or a low pressure 105. It does use a high pressure 105. It has been deployed to combat in Lebanon, Yugoslavia, Somalia, and the first Iraq War, as well as, well, Spain deployed 6 of them to give to Iraq. It is in use by Italy, Jordan, Spain, Oman, and there's even a couple leased to the US that are used as OP4 vehicles, and was used as the inspiration for the Striker mobile gun system, i.e. what we have in Tier 8. So, that's the combat history of the vehicle. That is everywhere it's been, everything it's done, and basically what it is. What's so special about it in Armored Warfare? Well, it's a tank destroyer. It's the only tank destroyer currently at Tier 6. We can see right here. It splits off to the LAV 600 and the Centauro 120, and there are whispers that the Centauro 155 will be making a return. I can't wait. I can't wait. Drive up behind two people with a 155mm high explosive firing gun. Watch them shit their pants. It's fast because it's wheeled. It's hard to control because it's wheeled. Has shitty gun depression, and we're about to compare it to some other utility / support vehicles. Let's have a look at it versus an expeditionary tank, an RDF LT. Oh, by the way, has no armor. Don't expect to block shots. You'll get penetrated by everything. We will also compare it to the Stingray, or as you guys have referred to it repeatedly as the Skank Ray. Hashtag Skank Ray. We'll also compare it to the Tarfin 2 because that is another actual tank destroyer, and we just recently reviewed the Tarfin 2. And we will also, let's compare it to a single main battle tank. Let's compare it to the Leopard 2. So there we go. Let's get started with the comparisons. So penetration on the gun is subpar compared to a main battle tank, just a little bit. However, damage is much higher and damage output is much higher. It doesn't have as many hit points as an MBT to tank destroyer. You shouldn't expect that, but it's significantly quicker. Better camouflaged, longer view range. 6 degrees of gun depression is kind of shitty. Let's just be honest. The turret is definitely a lot whippier. Gets you around, snap the target. You will also reload before MBTs, but look at that accuracy, 0.15. That's terrible. That's not hitting broadside of barn accuracy. And 3.515 second aim time, that's forever in Armored Warfare. For freaking ever. Let's compare it to the only other Tier 6 tank destroyer, the Tarfin, or the Typhon. Lower penetration, slightly like 8-point higher damage, lower DPM, same hit points, slightly more armor and better angled armor, so this will block some autocannon shots occasionally, but for the most part, you get shot at, you get pinned. Definitely faster because it's wheeled. Not as well camouflaged, not as long view range, even though my Centauro has optics, it still doesn't have the view range. Yeah, you really have to just give it optics just to give it enough view range to be competitive, especially against little AFVs. Better traverse, slower reload, horrific accuracy compared to the Tarfin, and horrific aim time, almost a full second longer. Let's look at some other support vehicles. Well, you got the Stingray, aka what you guys call the Skank Ray, what I call the Steve Irwin killer. Better pen, better just overall damage output no matter how you look at it. Not as many hit points. Armor is not quite as effective with that Cadloy steel versus his regular plain old steel. But you do get some ERA, but in the current gaming environment without overmatch being a thing, the ERA is kind of useless. And plus it doesn't really cover much of the vehicle anyway. You're definitely quicker than the Stingray in terms of max speed, but in terms of acceleration, despite the fact of being wheeled, the Stingray will out-accelerate you. Surprise, the Stingray will also outspot you all day long. Has better gun depression. You have the slightly better turret, but you don't have any hull traverse to make up for your wheeled vehicle. You have a fixed rate of hull traverse, whereas the Stingray's hull traverse is much better. Accuracy spread, ugh. Aim time, again, ugh. Against the RDF LT. It will rip you a new one in DPM terms. You have about comparable penetration. You get 6 more millimeters. That's it. And you're a tank destroyer. Yeah. Much better alpha from you, though. Slightly lower hit points. Better armor. But when you're comparing 50 and 16 millimeters of armor, it's not necessarily a lot at Tier 6 to really compare. You're faster high speed, but again, the RDF will out-accelerate you. RDF will outspot you. Like, it's just a consistent thing. RDF will outspot you. You are not able to self-spot in this tank as much as I would like to be able to. RDF out-reloads everyone anyway. Accuracy spread is just terrible. I can't emphasize that enough, and the aim time is ridiculously long. Lastly, against the expeditionary tank, neither of them have armor. It has more hit points. It has lower pen, lower. You're gonna out damage it. You're gonna out damage it, but it's gonna out accelerate you. It does have a better camouflage rating, so if it's sitting still and you're not, it will outspot you. It has significantly better gun depression. This 6 degrees of gun depression is really freaking painful. By the way, it is absolutely painful. Terrible accuracy on your part. Extreme long reload compared to this vehicle. And just to show you how terrible 6 degrees of gun depression is, The T-72A has 6 degrees of gun depression, okay? And its turret isn't mounted near as high, so it feels like it has even more than the Centauro. Weak points! Everywhere! 58 millimeters of armor is not going to stop anything, and you will get critted repeatedly. Your only saving grace is these tires will constantly absorb rounds. So that is a saving grace to this tank. However, you get shot, you get hurt. Don't get shot. Crew-wise, well, you have 2 options. I prefer Freya for the sheer damage output to actually improve that god-awful aim time. But you could also go with Sabrina to get the camouflage factor up and the view range up and maybe stand a chance of outspotting some people. You can oddly enough go with Sana if you just want to set fires and cause havoc that way. And you can also go with Victor because of his first ability, this reload reduce ability every time you bounce, since you don't have the highest penetration. And he can really get into it. Though right now his overpower ability is pointless because overmatching is not a mechanic. His overmatch ability is actually completely useless right now. It's one of the reasons why I haven't been recommending him. Really hope they bring back over penetration very soon. Let's talk about crew. Well, this tank is all about throwing out damage. You want smooth ride. You want, yeah, this aim time is with quick draw and Freya equipped. It's still that long. You really want rapid fire. Just throw out as much hate as you possibly can, as quick as you can is what you're going for. Shell distribution, there you have it. About 10 to 15 more Sabo rounds than heat. You want to bring heat with this vehicle, by the way, because it will hurt when you hit people with heat. So if you get the opportunity, use it. Standard loadout here. Retrofits. Advanced thermal sleeve. Now I prefer the shell materials because it means when my shot is not fully aimed, I can still just snap the shot. I also prefer the enhanced engine system to increase the turret because most of these others are not really going to benefit you, and do not equip superchargers to wheeled vehicles. It makes them nigh uncontrollable. I prefer the optics to give me just enough view range to be usable, but if you don't really care about your view range or you're going to be platoon with somebody and constantly have a spotter, go with intercoms. So there you have it. The initial thoughts on the Centauro. Let's go take a look at some gameplay and put this into practice. And then let's go take a look at some PvE, and I will be discussing its capabilities and be giving you guys an entertaining time during PvE. Again, our footage is from the live stream, and remember guys, come out to the live streams. I've got a boatload of chieftain codes. They gave me 100 more. I was trying to give them away on the charity stream today and only managed to actually give away 1. If you want a chieftain, now's your chance. I've got a load of them. Free premium tank. Come on out to the live streams. In the meantime, let's go take a look at the Centauro. I was assured by my landlord that it would be fine, but as with all things with my landlord, I know not to take his word on it until I actually test it myself. So we're stress testing everything. And then Friday is when all the new parts will get installed. Saturday is when, before the Saturday, if all the new parts get here by, hopefully by Friday, because I'm scheduled to go into the actual computer store and have them put in the liquid coolant. So if it's not here on Friday, then I guess I can't have them do it. But on Friday, we are going to go install all the new parts.
Driver crank in. Affirmative. Gunner, scan for target. Affirmative. Gunner, ready up. Driver, move out.
But I figured I'd go ahead and do a stress test. The parts are supposed to be here sometime between tomorrow and Tuesday and Wednesday. Thursday if the unthinkable happens and the mail gets delayed. So the last parts will be here Thursday-ish. I will be pre-uploading several videos to make sure that everything is ahead of schedule. And then I will start putting in all the new parts. No, it will not be a 980. How you like it? I got a hit. I'm not sure if it actually damaged anything or not. Got a few hits actually already. It's not a bad sniper. The aim time leaves much to be desired. That's for sure. Damn, he went dark. You guys need to actually draw them out, because I don't think I can get too close with a 5-second reload. Hello. No elevation. But of course, problem with all tank destroyers in this game, gun elevation is always lacking. We've got 1,800 damage so far. I'm right up here up against the front line, by the way. I knew that was close, but I doubt it. I kind of said it didn't hit it. Wow, really? That's like the broadside of that thing. Another ricochet. Okay. Let's go in. Expecting around to tear me up. Ow! Come on, VFM, grow some balls. Pretty sure that Merc is facing off against the Chieftain right now, and I can come up behind him and put one up his ass. How are you? Centauro. Do 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 do. Yeah, no, bud. This actually is not a bad match. Actually, this is a great match. Holy shit, I've done 3,800 damage. How much did I do that Centauro? It didn't register on the damage pool. How much did I do? I hit him hard. Like, really freaking hard. Hey, Master Tuck. What's up? How you doing? I got a 970. Ti. I think. Yeah, it's a 970 Ti. Actually, you know what? We can... We can actually look at this. That doesn't tell me what I want to know. Thanks. Damn. That was actually a really good match. Confirm repairs. Smooth ride. Quick draw. Rapid fire. Let's auto resupply. Let's auto resupply. Let's give it a full load again. That Sabo though, it feels kind of lacking as far as actual damage capability. It feels kind of lacking. I mean, actual penetration. Damage is fucking off the chain, but the penetration definitely a bit lacking. So what did we actually do here? 3,800 damage. How much did we hit that Centauro for? Oh, it's the same Centauro. Yeah, because there's one of them we shot. Apparently, we knocked him for 1,100 of his hit points. He cannot be happy with us. 3,800 damage. It's not bad. It's not bad at all. Hello. Yes, I know it's 12:30 a.m. Okay. Okay, that's actually pretty good. So here we are with the Centauro Mark B1 with the 105mm gun. In the PvE battle I promised you. Because reasons. And we are going to try to not die. But it looks like we only have one MBT and it's a T80. And we have a pair of Steve Irwin killers. Skank rays, stingrays, ocean-dwelling, poisonous scorpions of death. Whatever you wish to call them. By the way, I actually have better penetration than that stingray too. That's kind of sad, isn't it? He's a whole tier higher. I see how it is, sir. You wish to hide from me. I'm spotted anyway. That's never good. Ow. Eat a heat shell. Have a heat round. Oh, I hit your gun. Remember how I said this thing's grossly inaccurate? Yeah. You're gonna miss a lot of shots. Or at least they're not gonna go quite where you planned. But when you do hit, it hurts. Oh wow, that went to the edge of the circle. I said, when you do hit, it hurts. But you gotta hit. And that's one of the worst things about this tank. It's like shooting a frickin' blunderbuss. When it hits them, they scream. But you gotta hit them. You know what I mean? That's why I went with reload for this one, was to make me care less about missing. Even though I do care about missing. No matter what tank I'm in. didn't pen. Huh. Wonder where I hit for that. Oh my god. Okay, load Sabo. Let's just fling a Sabo and be done with it. I didn't even like have the aim circle on him, the actual reticule on him. It just went to the it went off to the side enough that it still hit him. That's how sad the accuracy is. I'm firing a freaking shotgun and hoping that it sticks. Yeah, that one stuck. Again, you just get outspotted. Just get used to it. It is a state of being. Centauro, outspotted. Yep, that's the thing. However, at the moment, I haven't done the most damage, but I definitely have the most kills. Because a lot of the time when I'm shooting people, they don't have enough hit points to take what I'm throwing. So they just kind of die. Which is kind of what you want with a Centauro. I can't drive right now. Ow, ow. Leave me alone. Stop shooting my giblets. Troll VFM is troll. There goes your engine, bud. Have a nice day. Again, outspotted by everything. Even with the optics equipped. I mean, the optics give me a chance of spotting them. At least when they fire. Which is kind of the point. You're not really equipping the optics to actually win the spotting war. You're equipping them so when they do fire, you do see them. Oh, wow. Even activating that, I'm still spotted. Ow. Palmara. Son of a bitch! Leave me alone! So you can see the lower hull of the 2AV is yellow for me. Don't take this thing into PvE. This is going to be your result most of the time. This is a PvP vehicle. When you can sit very far away and pummel people over and over again. But as you can see, you just get outspotted by the bots constantly. And without either one of these Stingrays or this T-80 actually willing to move up and do spotting, well, you just get outspotted by the bots. The optics are there so when somebody fires, you see them. But you're not going to see them before they fire. They're going to see you. Every freaking time! And again, it's like firing a blunderbuss. You hope you hit the target. When you do hit the target, it's devastating. But you have to hope you can hit the target. Not to mention the fact without the overpenetration mechanics, those Sabo rounds are doing massive damage to you every time. And when you get shot, it hurts. There's no bouncing. It just hurts. Yeah. I do not like this thing in PvE. PvP, it's fun. This is kind of like the Weasel. You don't take this to kill bots. You take this to kill players. So yeah, that's my review. I'm pretty salty right now about this, by the way. This is the third PvE match with the result of I died, did lots of kills and damage, but I died. As you can see, only the T-80 is just beating me here, and he's tier higher main battle tank with a massive death gun. But yeah, that's kind of what you expect. Don't take this thing into PvE. Don't do it. Just don't. Do not. Do not pass go. Do not collect $200. Do not take to PvE. Don't do it. Or you will learn the hard way. that it's bad in PvE. PvP is pretty good. PvE, not so much so. That's the end of the review, guys. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please hit the like button if you'd like to see more stuff by Fiaura. Subscribe! If you'd like to support the channel, you can do so through Patreon or by clicking on the ad at the end of the video. Lastly, if you would like to see the previous review, it's of the Tarfin 2. And it is a lot of fun in PvP or PvE because the Tarfin 2 can self-spot. So why don't you go check it out. In the meantime, for my channel viewers, hope to see you in the next video. Bye-bye, guys. Challenger 2's on the list, by the way. And if you want a chieftain, show up to the live streams. Seriously, please. See you later, guys. 1,000 kilobits a second. Yeah. 2160K video over here.
Yeah, Caddy, I mean, I asked, when I asked you guys in the chat, I was basically looking at like this and a couple of others, and then you said the results, you were getting like 60 FPS almost all the time.
I need a relight before this silencer runs out.
So I just went, yeah, I'm buying this. And looking at the graphs, I'm getting 35 to like 80, and the maximum load I ever got is 60% on the graphics